folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
What's up, my family? It's Agree to Disagree, A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios, like we're supposed to be every Sunday. And every Sunday we're brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Tom Arnone, no Brian Wilson tonight, obviously, and no Uncle Sweeps tonight. So myself and Greg Mwakovic, he'll be over here in a minute. We're going to rock it out tonight. We got a lot to talk about, obviously, like we usually have had to do. Now, we don't have as much to talk about, but there's still things going on, and there's still sports to be talked about because every day it's either getting worse, however you want to say it. So we're going to have our crumb of the day later on in the show, and we all know what that is. NFL free agency is upon us, 12 o'clock. Coronavirus crushes sports world, and NFL free agency new CBA, which was announced today. We'll get everybody's thoughts and opinions on that one, which, I think it's good for the players. I think that's why the players ended up signing. I think it works out for the players. And one specific reason why I'll tell you on in a little bit throughout the show. Our poll question brought to you by Ambuck Services, AMBUCK Services.com. Call Michael Ambrose, tell him A2D sent you 10% off gutters, anything around your house, anything you need to get out, he's got you covered. AmbuckServices.com. Our poll question, the NFL season will go off on time. And it's a big topic of conversation on Twitter, on Facebook, and the CDC, as of, not even that long ago, 15 minutes ago, CDC recommendation of no events of 50-plus people for the next 2 months. So now when you talk about not only the NFL, you talk about the NBA, who was the initiator of, hey, we're shutting down for a minute.
Right.
They were the beginner. They were patient zero, if you want to call them that. So, when you talk about the NBA, owners and executives increasingly believe a best-case scenario is a mid to late June return to play with no fans. So then there's no fans. League scouting for possible arena dates all the way through August. So you might not get fans in arenas until August. That's something different. That's something that's crazy when you talk about the NBA and all sports. So now when you talk about the NFL.
At this point, though, I think everybody will take an arena-less sports, though.
Everybody out there that complained about arena-less sports.
And that was me.
Where are you now? I did too, but now it's like, give me anything.
But now you're right. Watching SmackDown the other night, empty arena in Orlando was eerie enough. I couldn't imagine watching an NBA game or an NFL game with no one in the stadium.
Yeah, no, me either. And so when you talk about the NFL, when we get back to the NFL season will go off on time. Do you agree or disagree with us? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio is where you can find us. Chime in, comment, questions. Obviously, a ton of concern with all sports. And what are you doing with your time off? Obviously, from sports is a big topic for everybody. And we're going to talk about how this virus has controlled pretty much not only in the sporting world but our life, and it seems like CDC-wise it keeps getting worse. So, will it start on time? I personally disagree. I don't think the NFL season will start on time. Now, you're going to go the other side of that, obviously. This is agree, disagree. And we talked about pre-show. I could easily see them shortening things up, making it work. They can do so much things, video chat-wise. Right now, it doesn't even matter. They can watch film, and they got all that stuff handled.
Yeah.
So right now, it doesn't matter. But if they can shorten some things up, rookie camps and stuff like that, and not do them things, and probably still get through it and probably still start on time. But as of right now, the way the NBA is going and their conversations by executives makes me disagree with this now, because now if the NBA is talking about doing that, you might see damn playoffs in September. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now the NFL's like, I don't want any parts of the NBA on my watch their playoffs, right? I don't want that to start my season. So, boom, the NFL might say, okay, now we're forced to start in in October. So I could see everything. I could see a month pushback for the start of the NFL season because of the way the NBA and MLB are not going to be able to start on time. Now let's talk about the MLB. We're talking about everything right now. The MLB can't start on time now. There's not even on time. They're talking about 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going off of a 50 head count, that's just 2 teams right there.
Yeah.
Just the players alone. 26, 27 guys for a roster. That's you're at your limit right there, let alone coaches and everything. So, to the poll question, I'm going to agree. And it's based off of really 2 factors. The NFL is such a larger, bigger juggernaut than the NBA. And I think if this scenario, what we're going through right now, is going through in October, November, I don't think the NFL shuts down. Now, because of that, they have an advantage over everywhere else right now going on is they're not playing. Nothing is going on for them right now.
No.
Everything's off season. As you alluded to, everything's virtual if it needs to be. Everything is it's a brand new season just starting. The only thing that they're losing out on right now is potentially physicals with their own doctors.
And draft with a live draft with in Vegas, period.
With fans.
No, it might not even be that.
Well, no, that's what they're losing out on.
Yeah, well, they already lost out on that.
That's going to be not.
That's a no-go.
Yeah.
That's a no-go on fans at the draft. That's done. The CDC's recommending stuff like this. At the end of the day, the government might not pull the trigger fast, but they're going to pull the trigger on it. It's just a matter of time as they get pushed in that direction. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy because you're trying to focus. You have so many sports that are supposed to start or finish up,
yeah,
and you're trying to focus on that, and the NFL's getting rolling. So it's it's hard to process. But I that's why I disagree. I just don't think the NFL, knowing that they can compete with anybody, I just don't think they want to. So now if the NBA is in Eastern Western Conference final mode at the beginning of the NFL season, they're going to say no.
Yeah, but the difference
so even if it's 2 weeks, even if it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
The other benefit that the NFL has too, and the difference in trying to combat another league per se, is they only play 1 day a week.
No, they don't.
2 days a week, right?
3.
So, all right, yeah, I mean, yeah,
but
it's not. But there's only one team.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still ratings.
So,
when you're the only thing playing that night, you're going to get ratings. When you're the only thing playing on Thursday Night Football, you're going to get ratings.
Yeah, I'm watching NFL over the NBA all day, every day.
I understand that, but there's people out there that will go the other way because it's playoff time.
Right.
So it just depends on, not that every NFL game doesn't feel like a playoff game anyway. But,
not one. I meant more once a week. Right? They're only playing once a week. Each team is only playing once a week. Whatever day it is, they're only playing once a week.
Yeah, but I just don't think they want to compete.
So it's easier to control potential crowds.
But then how do you get away with drafting a rookie, but you can't physically do work in rookie camps, right? So that's going to force them to say, you know what, it's probably smarter if we just say, okay, we're going to get rolling in October. No harm, no foul. We're just going to push our stuff back maybe a month and a half, and we're fine.
Could be.
Teams are already playing cold weather anyway.
The bonus is right now the NFL has time. Right? NFL has time. They don't have to make a decision. Even if the season officially starts on Wednesday when it's supposed to, officially starts, they still have time before games and anything major has to happen.
And I believe all that starts on time.
Correct.
I'm agree on that. That definitely starting on time. I'm just going to disagree with the season. I think it gets pushed back a little bit, but we got tons of comments, obviously. So we're going to get to him. Tony Fazinga says, do you think, well, Tony's not even going to the sporting world here. He goes, do you think with everything shutting down more and more, will there be a martial law in effect?
Jeez. Wow.
I don't know. Maybe. It's getting there. I mean, people are animals. If you don't know that, wake up. But I don't want to go there. I can't think there right now. Trying to be positive tonight. Talk a little sports with a little mixture of virus, which is terrible. We're talking sports, virus. It's just a what? Somebody just wake me up from the damn dream.
Sports with a line.
My wife's here, Lenny, one morning just wake me up and say, hey, babe, it was all a dream. You get the Sixers and Flyers are back on tonight. I'd be like Christmas morning to us now. You don't realize. What does everybody say, though? You don't realize what you have until it's gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was
we all love sports.
And reaction with the no fans in the arena. No, just I don't want to watch it. Yeah, but now you're like, I'll take it. Sign me up, please.
You do. And that's the thing. Like, it's one of them things. You don't know what you have until it's gone, and it's gone right now. And now you're talking CDC, coming in and laying hammers down. Really affects baseball, too. I mean, you talk about 50, we talked about that before. Like, baseball's now going for 2 months. What the heck? People are drafting tonight. My fantasy draft was supposed to be tonight. So it's like.
I had one pushed back.
Yeah, everything's getting pushed back. It's this wild, wild time. I just want to be woken up from this stream of whatever the heck is going on right now. And, back to the NFL, rookie camps, I would think with personnel and everything like that, you'd probably be over 50 or close to it. You may be able to get away with
you
some
probably
things.
have 20, 25 players.
And what kind of
and
how much
all
personnel?
Your coaches.
So you're probably close.
Yep. You're over it. You're over it. Because then you add all the front office and
they might even
equipment guy. You know what I'm saying? So you're over it. You're over it.
And they might even lower that number, too.
Yeah.
The number continues to lower.
Yeah. I mean, or the CDC they're suggesting it, and it just never happens.
No, but I mean, they already said 250 or more, right? So now it's down to 50 or more.
Right.
So I mean, already lowered drastically from then till now. So are we going to get another one that says zero contact? Like when's it? I feel like the zero contact's coming too, which shuts everything down. Which I hope I'm not right about this poll, right? Because if I'm right about this poll, which if I'm right about it. It just means the NFL is just trying not to compete. If I'm wrong about it, they just say, who cares?
We're the NFL.
And let's pray that basketball and everything can go off in June. Right? I mean, let's just start there.
Yeah.
Can basketball go off in June? Can baseball go off in June? Shift the topics. Now, CBA, before we get away from too much football. I want to get into the CBA a little bit. And free agency-wise, it's starting. So tell us who you want Eagles-wise. Get off of it. Try to get away from virus for a minute, and tell us who you want. Is Byron Jones the guy you're dying for? Now with the franchise tag situation in the NFL, the Cowboys, if they don't franchise tag Cooper and let him walk, is Amari the guy you want? So now with more money to spend, I think I was reading today. If the Eagles cut Alshon Jeffrey at a certain point, they only lose $16 million against their cap instead of 26. So, like, the new CBA helps the Eagles out a little bit as well. So, that's interesting as well. So, that it was something we'll dive into later.
Real quick, there's only a couple here on YouTube. Todd Womack, Philly Dilly, guys. What up, Todd? Rosca, what up, Thomas? Let's go Rams. Let's go Ducks.
Let's go Ducks next year.
William Whitsett.
You're not playing hockey in the summer.
What's up, guys? Hey, Tom, I need that A2D sweater. And Bryce Blackwell, Tom, A2D, what up?
What up, Bryce?
September. We'll see how it goes. I heard June for NBA. He was kind of on the same
Yeah, that's what
wavelength.
Woj was saying, June NBA. But what's up, fam? It's good to talk to everybody. Wednesday felt like a weird show. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. It's the weirdest freaking show I've ever done in my life. I know Ralphie felt the same way. It was just eerie, creepy. I don't know what the heck was going on. Things were flying in. Everybody was getting everything. Rudy's touching everything. What's going on? So it was wild. It was different, but it's good to be back.
Funny when I saw those comments like Rudy's got it. I thought you meant like Rudy Rudiger from like Notre Dame.
I wish.
Like the movie.
We would have been fine.
And it would have been all fine.
It was all sides anyway. It don't matter.
But they're like, oh, Rudy's got it. I'm like, who's Rudy? Like I would not have ever thought of Rudy Gobert. And I didn't know he was on one name, status where he's like, oh, Rudy. Everyone knows Rudy.
So John Scan says, here's a topic. What is going to happen to the Olympics? He says
it's in China too, right?
Yep.
Or it's in it's one of those Asian countries. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. It's over there though. It's over there.
That's a great. It's absolutely.
And I don't.
I would have to think it's on the verge of shutting down.
Shutting down. Yeah.
But I think it is actually China.
And how many?
And
It's in China.
Yeah, it is in.
So weird. That's so eerie. It's in China, all places. What?
No, I'm sorry, Tokyo.
Ah, we're good. We're back.
We're back. We're good.
We're back.
We're good. But I do remember that they were giving China like a mandate, like this has got to be done and over with by X date before we can allow the Olympics to go on because of just the proximity and the travel and athletes going back and forth.
Listen, when the Olympics supposed to start again?
July 24th.
Let me tell you something. Let me just tell everybody something. If the Olympics don't go off, hit the siren. Let me sound the bells. Let everything go off. Ring the bells, everything, because we might not see sports for a long freaking time. Because now you will talk about money worldwide.
Probably the first thing you said I'll agree with on.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you're talking about money worldwide. Worldwide money.
Yeah.
No, I mean, listen, don't even get me started because, the NCAA and all these professional sports, canceling and shutting down, they're losing tons of money. NCAA lost millions and millions upon billions of dollars. Not billions.
Saved me a bunch.
Not billions, but you know what I mean? Like the NCAA lost millions and millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
NBA losing tons of money. NHL losing tons of money through this. So when you talk about big billion-dollar companies saying, whoa, one, they don't want lawsuits is number one on the list on why they would do that, right? And number two is, okay, what do you guys know that we don't? In terms of sports, like when we'll come back. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's sort of where we're on with that. But, to get back to, because there's so many comments, and Christopher Ashray says, Tokyo, what's up, Chris? Anthony Adis, I am so fucking bored not talking about Sixers or Flyers.
Winter in 2022 is in Beijing.
Okay, well,
but that's
assume we're good there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anymore. Well, we have sports in 2022, Len. Do you want to chime in on that? Because I'm going to have to live out here.
Yeah.
Xbox simulated games. Start betting on Xbox simulations. That's when you know. John said summer every 4, winters every 4, and they offset. Yeah, they offset, so it's every 2. And, I think 2022 is good to go. But, this one's going to be interesting. Do they delay? But how far can you delay? Because it's summer Olympics.
Yeah, and so much of these athletes are training to be ready and peaking at that time.
Tony Fazinga, Nashville just shut down all bars.
Well,
Nashville, wow. Ooh, Chris says, hey, guys, be safe out there.
I guess I got to change my flight for Thursday. I'm not going to Nashville now.
Were you really going to Nashville?
It was only $75, so a round trip.
Were you really going?
No.
I'd be hysterical. Andy Ritter, what's up, Andy? I said, so then had the NBA run Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at the end. Yeah, I mean, there's scheduling-wise, they can make it work. But, we both can't agree on the poll question, especially not tonight. Somebody's got to go to the other side. Don't think that wasn't prepped ahead of time, fam. But
behind the curtain.
Yeah, welcome to behind the scenes. But like I said early on, I could see them starting on time. They could cut some things and move some things. I mean, you're talking about.
And all the players that voted no to the CBA, at least for 1 year, are going to get their, all right, you can take this week off. You can have this. We're not going to do this mini camp. You're going to get these reps off. All the guys that thought, adding another game and all this was too much. The Aaron Rodgers,
Doug says, Stas says, CDC said no groups of 50-plus for next 8 weeks. That's May. No Olympics. Cash that ticket. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it could be.
I mean, it's July, though. You have time. You don't have to make that decision now. You know what I mean?
8 weeks, April, May. You're in June. CDC said 8 right now.
Yeah, so it's May.
Yeah, so you're close.
You're right. You don't have to make the decision now.
No, it's almost like what Vince McMahon's doing. Holding off and waiting to make the decision.
Right.
God,
I hope there's WrestleMania.
And Sweep says, the NCAA has insurance for this. They ain't losing money.
No, they're not. They're just losing out on extra revenue. Yeah, the insurance, as everyone knows, is going to cover everything. But yes,
Yeah.
yeah, NCAA is never gonna be bad off.
Yeah, they're not in the business of losing money. But still, it's still weird,
Yeah, like right now, we should be dissecting the brackets right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now, we should be dissecting your brackets and seeing who's going to be, going where, all this stuff for March Madness, and we're sitting here watching a 30 for 30 in the background.
Yeah.
Because there's literally nothing on right now.
Wondering where the epicenter is. You know what I mean? Stephen White said they heard baseball starting in May. Yeah, I mean, that's very doable. I think 8 weeks is going to do a lot, but I think they're going to get under 50. I think that 50 mark is going to get under real quick. So it depends where your 8 weeks is in your area, too. Like, they got to get on a whole same level here as a government, like the local governments, as up top. Like, okay, one shutdown, do it all at the same time. And then you talk about the sporting world, we can all come back at the same time. Make sense? It makes it so much easier. Whatever. I feel like if they would have listened 2 weeks ago to my advice, we would be playing baseball. We'd be playing baseball in April. We'd still be playing baseball in April. We wouldn't have had the March start. We wouldn't have had the end of March start.
No one wants the end of March start.
But we would have had the beginning of April start. Might have been even the second week, but we would have had April start. But, I'm just here. I might run for president in 2020. I might take people's jobs. I'm feeling like I could talk my way through it. Like, I look at him. He does great without notes. When he goes firing, I feel like I'm built for that. Like, the more I watch. Like I told you, after the last 72 hours, I feel like, and plus, I feel like I became a CDC official. Like, I know everything about.
Yeah, we got to block that TV. We got to block that.
No, it's not TV. I just
you got
read.
to block the channel. I'm going to call Xfinity tomorrow. And turn that channel off.
I read. All right, and I feel like.
Because I'm not even voting for you for president.
Not even that.
I'm not even voting for you.
I feel like I learned.
And I'm even in the House. I'm probably going to be part of the cabinet in some way, and I'm not even voting for you.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Once those guys start lining your pockets, you're in.
Well, there we go. There wasn't that talk pregame yet.
Doug says Olympics with no fans. I mean, possibly. I mean, it depends on the personnel. Like, how many people do you have? Because I'm sure if you get caught, that fine isn't a little bit of money. You're probably getting hammered. So
and you're not going to hide the Olympics. Like, it's on TV.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about in general, like people in general. You know what I mean? People in general. Because everybody's like, oh, we go 55.
Philly fan 2003. I think by summer the virus will get weaker. I agree there. And Bryce Blackwell says the UFC's still on.
Who said the first one?
Philly fan 2003. I think by summer the virus will get weaker, which is traditionally true with viruses. The heat and takes some of the sting away.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I know it's not nothing.
Summer ain't around the block,
I know it's not nothing you said, so obviously it's not right.
No, he's right. He might be right. I don't know. Come on. I'm not an expert. I didn't study the disease. I don't know if the sun, and the heat finish it off, and that's all.
But you did say at a Holiday Inn Express.
I did. That's why I know a lot of shit. I'm not saying I'm a CDC official. I'm just saying I could fake myself as a CDC official. Now, if you gave me without sports for 8 weeks, I might become a CDC official. Like, no Holiday Inn. I might be staying in the Holiday Inn because you might kick my ass out. But besides that, there's no Holiday Inn.
You and Big Tom together.
I can't afford it. Oh, but this is so upsetting. You try and do a show, and all you're getting bad news from every area.
Yeah.
And then Bill from Massachusetts. What up, Bill? Tomorrow, all bars and restaurants will be closed till April 17th.
That's a whole month.
And schools are now extending. Wow, people going to lose so much money.
Yep.
No, not bars and restaurants, honey. You ain't working. We don't got to tell the world where you work. Tell the world. Let them come in. Maybe some people will come in. But we don't want people coming in. We don't know what we want right now.
If they're still open, go in.
Fair. Chrome, my sister said the amount of tests they administered today at her work were exceedingly more than yesterday. Yeah, I'm sure. It's not going to stop until we stop. It's real simple.
So NFL free agency, back to sports. Yeah. Get off of this talk because I'm sick of it.
Well, it's life, Greg.
So
people are going to comment in, and we're going to read all people's comments.
And, we'll just move back to NFL free agency. I think obviously Byron Jones is the hot name. Devin McCourty's already off. He just re-upped with New England, and then obviously Tannehill earlier today re-upped with Tennessee. Takes a destination of possibly Tom Brady off the board.
Yeah, I think he's going back to New England anyway.
I agree. But I think because of the way this season feels like it's going to go, you almost have to kind of go heavy a little bit free agency for the Eagles. When you have so many openings and you have so many needs, you need defensive line, linebacker. You need every level of your defense.
It depends.
Every level of your defense.
Well, with the extra money, can you bring in Byron Jones, still bring Malcolm back on a better deal for himself? You know what I mean?
You could, because
he wants to, and maybe
part of the CBA was a $10 million increase of the cap. So
and maybe even possibly McLeod too. Like maybe even be able to bring back your two safeties and Byron Jones and say, okay, we feel good about what we got on our back end now.
So then if you go, in your mind, you go that route, right? You go Byron Jones, Malcolm, McLeod, you bring that whole back.
Yeah, you draft guys up front.
Are you then going like wide receiver first round? Or,
no, I'm not. See, I'm not that guy.
Not reaching wise, but hey, if somebody falls to you at 21 that's on your board that you like,
I just go.
Are you going there?
Well, I would always draft best guy available, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Outside of quarterback, right? So it's like best guy available. So, that's how I always look at it. But, sometimes if it's like the best guy available is a tight end, hypothetically, and you got a receiver 2 picks away, then yeah. But I don't think, I can't go into saying, hey, receivers got to go round 1. If the guy's there, or they can move up in some fashion and get, a guy like Jared Judy, which I don't think is possible, but Ruggs. Then I'm in, then I'm like, okay, then I draft the wide receiver. If they go up and say, hey, that's my guy, and I'm going to go all the way up and get him. So that's how I look at that. So to me, it doesn't matter. They could draft the DN in the first round. I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
We need everything. So, you draft the D tackle. So, you're looking for pass rushers. You're looking for that kind of stuff in the draft. That's my thing. When I go draft hunting, I'm looking for tackles. I'm looking for ends. And then the same thing offensively. I'm looking for guards. I'm looking for tackles. And then, to me, now I'm looking for, linebacker guys. I'm looking for sideline guys, because now I don't know if we can sign, a guy like Corey Littleton to a deal from the Rams, who I love. Now, I don't know, how we would have, we have, $48 million in cap space.
Yes, I think we had high 30s, so then with the additional 10, you're high 40s.
So it's 48 or something. It's
like
close to that. So, you could. You could. You can make a case for that.
Yeah, and you're on the right track with this additional money. Allows you to front load, like the Tannehill deal. Yeah, it's technically a 5-year deal, but in reality, it's a 2-year deal. You could kind of do that for Malcolm. Like, hey, we'll give you a 5-year deal. We'll front load it and give you some bonuses to where the first 2 years are where you get your money back for past performances.
Yeah,
and hopefully we still get a semblance of the old Malcolm Jenkins.
Yeah, because you're talking about money up front. So, you're just talking about money up front, especially the first year. If you can give them $5 million guaranteed year one, and then you can back end some of the guaranteed money, try to help yourself out a little bit, because the money's going to keep going up, CBA wise, you would think. So,
yeah, but I think you would rather front load it so that when
I'm saying then you'd have
diminishes.
But then you'd have you'd have to switch up a guy like that we were just talking about going out and getting. You know what I mean? So if you're talking about, who would I say, Littleton too?
Yeah.
So if I went Littleton too, then maybe I back in Littleton's guarantee, and I front load Malcolm's.
Yeah.
So
and you
yeah. There's ways to do it. And I would like that, because look, if I can upgrade like this, if I can upgrade my football team, because this is what I think we do. People are against the one guy. I like Rodney McLeod. Rodney McLeod can play. Now you're talking about year 2 off of the injury.
Right.
So this is when you guys get back to who they are. Always a short field, an open field tackler. Always in space, could knock your head off, even though the game isn't that anymore. But still, guys respect it going across the middle. Right. So I like Rodney. I like what he brings to the table. It won't cost you a ton. He would have cost you a ton if he went in free agency after the Super Bowl.
Right.
He would have cost you a ton. Now he don't cost you a ton. So Rodney's the guy I want to bring back. Right. Malcolm, a guy obviously we want to bring back. And we can make that work. So with the new CBA, so consider Malcolm back. Now I want Byron Jones. Did I want to play him 17, 18 million? No. But a need's a need, and you talk about it. You have to. this is where Howie strives in free agency. Let him go be a free agency wizard and make it work. So, I want Byron Jones because it makes us better. I got a sure guy out there finally. Like, all right, it's not the greatest corner in the world. You know what I mean? But he's sure. He's just solid, right? I mean, that's what you say about Byron Jones. Just solid. I've always liked him. And he's versatile, too. He's a guy who can play safety. He can play everywhere on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about the scenario that we had a couple weeks ago where it was trading for Darius Slay, right? If Darius Slay cost you 13 to 15, say, as opposed to the 16 to 18 that Byron Jones potentially cost you, does that change your thought process?
No, because I like Jones better.
Is he that much better, though?
Yeah, because I think he's a better tackler.
Okay.
I think he's a guy you don't hear a lot about, and maybe because teams really do respect it. Maybe he does. I got to look at how many targets he gets thrown out of game and stuff like that. But I'm gonna assume he's just not getting targeted a lot too. Not a lot of interceptions. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that doesn't mean he's not making plays.
He's not around the ball
and helping a team that had a good defense down there. So let's not take anything away.
Yeah.
That was good defense, and we can take somebody from that defense and hurt them a little bit. Because I like Byron Jones since their half day. People thought it was a reach, UConn guy. I get it, but the skills were there. And them skills translate. He's a leader guy, right? He's a leader.
No. I was laughing because he's one of those guys where like the combine helps, right?
Yeah.
Because he was such a workout guy, and he was like a freak
it showed up
at the combine, and then you're like, oh, but he played at UConn, and you're like, oh, does it translate? And then yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
So
very
that's
quickly.
a guy where like the combine where we always bash the combine, of don't get him too overhyped, and this is a chance where it actually helped out.
It worked out, but it didn't mean he couldn't play. It just means he wasn't seen enough.
Correct.
That's a different story. I still think tape's the end game there. Like when I watch him, how does he show up? So that's what I look at. But to me, Jones just watching him play for Dallas. I've seen Dallas play plenty. Is a guy that I'll take.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Cooper because I think it's just like it puts somebody with Carson for a minute, right? And it becomes like your number one guy, and then you can still build around him. And you still draft one number one. It doesn't matter. You can go out and say, hey, we're going to go get all the toys now. Like we went out and tried to get all the toys last year, but now we're really going to go out and get toys.
But we didn't get the right toys.
Yeah, so to finish off what I would do, then I bring in Byron Jones, and then I go Corey Littleton in my middle linebacker spot. And I spend the money because, again, a playmaker.
And how do we know that they're not thinking of using Malcolm more down in the box? He's getting a little older. I don't know if his issue is –
yeah, but not going to play him at middle, though.
You're not playing him middle, no. But does he drop down and kind of still utilize his athleticism and his speed at the linebacker position as he's getting a little older?
Could. I mean, I can see him playing a little outside, tight end wise. But I still would like to go out and get a guy like Corey Littleton.
Sure, I'm not. Oh yeah.
There's money to be spent. There's money to be spent. So why not spend it? And this is what Howie does well. So go spend it. And then you guys start hitting some of your picks now. So now it's like, hey, whatever in the first round. To finish off my offense, it's not going to be Cooper. So now somewhere draft and then like other name guys, you have to go out and sort of get like, I have to look. I'm going to look. My computer froze on me. But NFL free agent wideouts. That's sort of where I want to go because there's going to be some names where you're like, it's not a star, but I'll take them, right? I'll take them. And you already know Deshaun's coming back, so count on Deshaun. Not for a full 16 or 17, not yet, but for a full 16. Yeah, don't count him for a full 16, but he's coming back.
Right.
So I would think, and a year off could help a guy too, in a way, body wise. Even though he went through a lot, it could help him a little bit too.
Top 10 would be Amari.
Yeah, yep.
They have AJ Green, but obviously we know that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Emmanuel
Barrow's
Sanders.
just screaming for him.
Yeah. Emmanuel Sanders.
Who I've always liked.
Robbie Anderson.
Don't love, but like.
But he's 26, so he's young. At least that side, right?
Yeah. Don't love him, like him.
Randall Cobb.
Always liked Randall.
I'm shocked that he's only 29.
I feel like he's 42.
Exactly.
It's like Tyrone Hill.
And the way Green Bay just said bye-bye, you're like, huh?
Green Bay said goodbye, and obviously Dallas probably saying goodbye.
Brashard Perriman. Philip Dorsett, Devin Funches, so the group, and then, of course, Arnelli, Demarcus Robinson from the Chiefs, and that's 10. So that's the top 10 right there. And that's really
Who's the 10th? Sorry. I was responding back to Tristan.
No, it's
He was thanking us for keeping A2D going, and I said we are. We're going to keep it going in studio the best we can with me and Greg, and outside studio with Fam doing videos and doing from remote spots, doing shows. We're working on getting that all ironed out for guys, and try to keep it going for you guys because someone talks sports. It's not the apocalypse isn't coming, so stop following it. Even though I put that on Twitter in the hashtags because it's trending. It's just a smart decision. You know what I mean? So even though I put that in there, I don't believe that it's an apocalypse. It could get very ugly, but you just got to be smart now. And I think everybody's waking up and they're being smart and we're good. So there's going to be sports again. Len doesn't think we're good, but huh? No, people are stupid. Well, yeah, but whatever. So we're not going to have sports for 8 weeks, but I don't think it's the end of sports. Now what does this do for? Wait, what is this? So schools are done. 8 weeks.
Yeah, I mean high school sports are done for at least for this school year. There's no spring sports.
What about like little leagues and stuff done?
Those are the ones I just don't get because again, like the NFL, you don't have to make a decision right now. I understand they normally
like all the tournaments we play in and all that stuff.
In April, end of March, early April, but you don't have to make a finality decision. You don't have to say everything is canceled. You can postpone and then readjust from there, right?
Yeah, you're right. Here's a going, John Coyle. What do you think about Pettis from the Niners? I like Pettis.
I like Pettis.
I like him. Because we're looking for them like diamond in the rough guys. And I think, they're going to cost you a ton, but can come in here and make some plays for you.
And I think a guy like Pettis who would benefit from a change of scenery. You know what I mean? Get out of San Fran where obviously things didn't work out well for him, or didn't at least go as planned.
No, not at all.
Partially injury, partially him, So Philip Dorsett was 7.
I don't hate Philip Dorsett. Don't love it.
Devin Funches is 8.
Stinks.
Nelly's 9.
We know. Stinks.
And DeMarcus Robinson is 10. Was 10 from the Chiefs.
Don't hate it. Take them.
Your DeMarcus Robinson and Philip Dorsett would be your speed additions. You know what I mean? Like guys that take the top off.
And the more guys you can take the top off, the better you are, too.
Yeah.
The more playmakers you can get on the football field offensively. Guys that scare D-backs, right? Where they got to play 10 yards off you all the time because you're going to blow by them, which creates space on slants, which creates space on slanting and slanting goes,
Yeah.
Out and ups. There's so many things you can do off of it. Tristan says, I think all of us would be lost without A2D right now. Yeah. Right back at you.
Yeah.
Right back at you. We don't know what to do. That's why we're trying to come on here. We obviously know the situation at hand and what a lot of people are talking about, and we're not going to ignore any of your comments. I'll try to read off everything I see. But we're going to try to, we're going to talk about that situation. We've been talking about this pretty much an all combined show tonight, right? I mean, that's how tonight's show is. There's no certain topic. It's a combined show of all topics.
Yeah.
And then we do our crumb, That's how tonight goes.
There's some interesting names here.
People probably just freaked out. I coughed.
As like a top 10 offensive lineman, like how many of these guys actually get to market? Like you go number 1 is Joe Thuney, the guard from New England. It's like his 2019 stats: 16 games played, 0 penalties, 1 sack allowed.
Ooh.
Like how many of these guys actually get to market? Anthony Costanza is number 2.
What, you talking about linemen?
Yeah, offensive linemen.
No, dude, they don't get there.
I know.
Nor should they. This is why, I was making a case, with the money you got, you know what I mean? Is do you bring Vitae back as a backup and just pay him a little extra? You know what I mean?
Vitae or Peters?
Vitae, not
Vitae.
Peters. Peters' time's up. I love Jason Peters,
I agree.
but at the time, time's come. But for Vitae, to me, it's like you can't have too many linemen. So to me, I would pay him $6 million a year to back up and be a guy who can play everywhere for me. You know what I mean? What was that?
No, none of these guys. Like I'm looking at the top 10 free agents. None of these guys as an offensive lineman are making anywhere near $6 million. Like as I'm scrolling and you said $6 million, that's why I was like, oh, he's layoff.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying about him.
Like Peters, for example, was 3.5. Connor McGovern, center from Detroit, Denver, was $2 million.
They were talking about $5 million a year.
Balaga was 5.8.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, offensive linemen are a commodity. So if a guy can play a little bit, guy played in the Super Bowl, teams will pay him $5 million a year, for offensive linemen.
Could.
So what are you going to spend a couple extra hours to try to keep a guy here? Too? Because you know the importance of having a guy who can play both tackle spots, having a guy who can play both guard spots, essentially. You know what I mean? You can pretty much do it all.
Right.
Versatile. It's almost like your utility guy. Swiss Army knife, offensive linemen, I think they're so important. I think they're so important because offensive linemen go down all the time. And it'd be so great to be able to just be like, oh, we got Vitae. And we're not going to be like, oh, my God, we're so great.
Yeah.
But we're like, oh, we're going to Super Bowl with Vitae. We trust them enough. Enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I say about them. Like, we trust them enough. I trust you enough. And how hard it is, to find offensive linemen at times, even though we have a great offensive line. How hard it is to find them.
No, absolutely.
Matters. Stephen White says Robbie Anderson and Littleton. I think that's who he wants. So Spuddy got a great quote. I'll read that in a second. Dan Shyrick says, I'd much rather have a middle-of-the-pack free agent wide receiver and draft one high, even given our draft history. Yeah, Dan, I would love to go up and get guys. That's my thing. Target, go get. John Coyle. All the 10 guys in the top 10 are good, but everyone is injury-prone.
Yeah.
Want to stay away from that, in my opinion. I agree. That's why I shifted to Byron Jones. That's why I'm more like, I want Byron Jones. I don't want Amari Cooper. I just thought it's smarter.
Yeah.
Want Byron Jones on the field all the time.
And it's a bigger need. You can get by with Alshon for another year. You know what I mean? You can get by. I understand the locker room issues, right? But if you're winning, that solves everything.
No, it solves everything. You're scoring touchdowns, you're winning. That's all that matters. Doug Stosick says, make a move, get Trent Williams. I like that. Somebody who brought that up the other night to us?
That's interesting. So then you go, obviously, you don't go Dillard. You go Williams and Johnson. You move Dillard inside then, or I don't even know.
No, Dillard's not going inside.
Dillard can't play inside.
That's what people are saying. The Trent Williams are people who think Andre Dillard can't play.
Right.
So if I draft a guy where I drafted him there, Doug, I got to. To me, he's got to play now. He can't play in 3 years. You know what I mean? He can't sit the bench for 2 and play year 3. That's a missed pick then. If I'm drafting a tackle in the first round.
And trading up for him.
Yeah. If I trade up for a tackle in the first round, that guy better be able to play year 2 with my starter. Year 1, I'm cool. And you're learning about Jason Peters, I'm cool with it. You got some snaps, whatever. There's some things said about you, about being a crybaby, this, that, or third. Whatever. I believe half of what I hear anyway. So to me, it's like, let's just see how you play out. I'm not going to make a judgment on you until I see you on the field consistently. Yeah. So if I draft you there, you got to play this year. You got to be my left tackle. I got to go into this year saying we're good at left tackle, but that's why I bring Vitae back. Because if he doesn't work out for you, you have a guy there that's played it.
Right.
And at least you're like, okay, we're still in a good spot.
Yeah.
You have to have that protection plan because Trent Williams is not going to come here, though, Doug, to sit the pine.
Right.
No matter how much you give him. He's not coming and sitting pine. He's not sitting next to me on the pine. So that's how I look. That's how I look at that. It's simple. I love Trent, but I just can't. Oh, I love Chris Jones. John Cole says Chris Jones, defensive tackle from the Chiefs, if he's available, would be a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they franchise him though if it gets that far. I do. I really do. Doug says trade Dillard. So Doug's not on the Dillard train.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's fine. We're gonna all find out. I'm not the conductor of it.
Yeah.
The train. I think he can play. So, but I'm not gonna be saying I'm the conductor. I'm sitting inside it. I got a good seat.
But again, look back at the game.
I don't got a great seat, but I got a good one.
Look back at the game he struggled at. It was a left tackle from a passing school in the Pac-12 playing right tackle in the NFL.
Hold on. The game he played right tackle doesn't even matter to me.
That's what I'm saying. But people can't get that out of their minds.
Well, it doesn't matter.
People can't get that out of their heads.
We had to talk. Remember the talk one night we had with my neighbor John?
Yeah.
Who played at West Virginia. And I told him, dude, it matters. What the year of the Super Bowl, I said, when everybody said, well, move Lane
over once Jason Peters got hurt.
I said, no, don't do that. I said, because it's a change for guys. It's a change of footwork. I'm not gonna hurt two positions. I'm not gonna hurt one. Try to save a position by hurting another position. Right. That doesn't make sense. So to me. And then John came on and reiterated the footwork, how important it is right tackle, left tackle. And that's the end of the story there. So, to me, if Dillard's going to play, he's going to play left tackle where he played in the Pac-12.
Absolutely.
And it's the end of the story. And if he can't play, well, then if you go my route, you have Vitae behind him, and you're like, okay, at least I got a guy that I know can play enough. And then you go from there. But I think he can play. I don't think there's an issue.
If we're looking at the top 10 defensive backs, we'll go cornerback. Chris Harris would be behind Byron Jones. They lumped the safeties in there as well. Next cornerback, James Bradbury from Carolina. 3 interceptions, 12 pass defenses, 56 tackles, but he was only making $1 million last year.
Yeah, I don't love Bradbury like people love Bradbury. You know what I mean?
If you look to replace Malcolm, you got Clinton Dix, Jimmy Ward.
You can stop. One of my sons. Ha ha. One of my sons. So you can just stop. We'll go ha ha. How much ha ha make last year?
Bradley Roby is another cornerback from Houston. Ha made 2.
Yeah, I would.
2 interceptions. One of those being a pick 6, 78 tackles. And then Kendall Fuller is also a free agent.
Dog attacking Carson. Our QB is a gingerbread man. Got to have a proven left tackle. He's not a gingerbread man. He's not. Knock it off. All right, knock it off. We can't talk Carson injury right now. It's too much. Too much right now.
Overload.
Yeah, overload.
Overload.
Shut down. Dennis Holmes. What if the Cowboys lose all 3 of their free agents?
It's a possibility.
Ooh. I hate to say
I would love for that possibility
to happen. Say it.
And the Eagles grab 2 of them?
Yeah. There's no shock because they're going to franchise 1 at worst, right?
Yeah, but you're right. As you started the show with the new CBA, they can only do 1.
Yeah, so they're going to franchise at least 1, so somebody's staying. Just depending who it is, and they probably sign another guy.
And you would think it's Dak because, whether you think he's good or not, he's their guy. So he's the guy that's going to get franchised.
Yeah. Stephen White, trade Vitae, not Dillard. Well, like I said, why not just keep both? If you're just joining in, brother, I was just talking about keep both of them. I want Dillard here. I drafted him to be here, or they drafted him to be here and be the future left tackle. So let's see it play out a little bit. And when it comes to Vitae, it's like, why not keep him? Swiss Army knife. Can play every position. Doesn't play center ever, but can play every position on the line beside center. So, keep a guy like that. Pay him a little bit extra money.
Here we go. Here's top 10 linebackers. Your guy, number 1, Corey Littleton, 26, made $3 million last year.
Yeah, probably looking for like 7, 8.
134 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 picks, 2 forced fumbles.
How many tackles again?
138, 134.
134. That's the guy you go out and get, right? Corey Littleton's the guy you go out and get. Go play Corey Middleton, $8 million a year. Go play Byron Jones, $17 million a year, and you just revamped your defense like that. Right, you just went, okay. You flip the switch, and you're like, wow, we could have a top 5 in the league now.
Yeah.
But we have an opportunity to be good enough around the board now to have a top 5. When you talk about levels now, our levels of defense are extremely good. If you kept the guys we're talking about keeping too.
Right.
Now you're like, okay, we could have a top 5-ish defense with them 2 additions and keeping what we essentially have.
Right.
Talk about Malik Jackson coming back. That's like
a big one.
That's almost like a free agent addition right there. So there's 3 guys you bring in to upgrade your D. I'd be excited going in the next year.
Joe Schubert from Cleveland, 133 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions. He looks like he's more of an outside guy. Blake Martinez from Green Bay, 26 years old, 155 tackles.
Yeah, Blake can play.
Jamie Collins, New England. He's up there in age, 30. Isn't that crazy how he's up there in age. He's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Nick Kwiatkowski, 26 years old from the Bears. Kyle Van Noy, 28. I like Van Noy. I just don't know if he's one of those system guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we found out about Patrick Chung. You know what I mean? Like Patrick Chung comes from New England, stinks here, goes back to New England, keeps winning.
Yeah. They look like a starter. All-pro safety.
Danny Trevathan from Chicago. Devondre Campbell, 26, young kid. Nick Vigil and John Bostic is the other name.
Yeah.
Top 10. So there are decent names out there for the linebacker group. since they never seem to hit in the draft linebacker-wise. They don't either address it or hit very well.
Yeah, it's either one or two. One of the two.
You almost have to go at least one linebacker free agency-wise.
John Coyle says Schubert is a stud also. He's a solid middle linebacker. Yeah, I've always
Is he a
liked
middle,
him.
John? It looked like from the picture he was a little small, but I weren't watching many.
I feel like he tackles everything, too.
Yeah, 133 tackles, so.
Dennis Holmes says, you bring Shady back. I don't see the need. I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone
mentioned that. I think Philly 2003 mentioned that on the YouTube chat. Thoughts on bringing Shady back. I mean, I don't have anything against it, but I agree. I just don't see much of a need. Like, why do you need to?
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if a Boston Scott has emerged. If you're going to give Corey Clement one more run, as an opportunity to make this football team, where then does Shady come into play?
Yeah, right. No, right. Dan says, what could be some great conversation is if we get to 12 p.m. tomorrow and Dak is either signed a huge contract or his franchise tag could get interesting.
Yeah.
So we very well could. Because I said he's going to be pissed if he gets franchise tagged. I mean, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, Bryce over here. Most important offseason. Agree, Bryce. Jalen Williams, what up, fam?
What's up, Jalen?
Jacksonville is having a fire sale. How do you feel about calling for Miles Jack or DJ Chalk? Where do I sign up for either of them? Where do I sign up, brother? I was on Miles Jack even with the injury out of UCLA. I was in. And obviously Jacksonville was still drafting him top 5 or top 7 or whatever they got him, even with the injury. But, yeah, I'm in on both of those names, Miles Jack or DJ Chalk.
I don't mind. I don't mind either one.
Yeah, and if
didn't Andrew Whitworth retire?
If he didn't, he's close.
Because Doug says, Andre Whitworth threw a 1-year deal. If I go that route and go that old, why don't I just bring Peters back then?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I look at that, and I'll just go with a guy I'm comfortable with. Doug says they hope to back the Brink trucks up for Dak. It'll cripple the Cowboys for years.
Yeah.
I would be a fan of that. John Coyle says, do we still have the guy we traded for last year, Gerald Avery? I think he's an outside linebacker. Yes, we do.
Yeah, he's still under contract, yeah.
Yeah. And Tristan Russo saying he wouldn't mind bringing Howard back and have a nice 1-2 punch. And I'll say again. You know what I mean? Because I thought they had a nice 1-2 punch last year.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
I don't want to have to give Miles 20, 25 touches a game.
Yep.
I want to be able to keep Miles fresh like he was this year and then be able to let him go off on teams as the season goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When defense started to get a little worn out, right? And then them fresh legs hit you, it's night-night. I'm taking shit 60 to the house.
Yep.
I'm catching the screen. I'm going 80 because once I'm past that second level, it's bye-bye, little wave.
Yep.
What else we got? John Coyle's talking about Avery. Yep, we were there. See if I missed anybody. I do like that Schubert comment out of Dan or John.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do like that. Tristan, I miss Tristan. Is there any chance we get Amari Cooper? I don't believe so. I think it's one or the other. It's either Jones or Cooper. I think it's which one do you want more? Because if you're going my route, I want Corey Littleton. Would you take Corey Littleton over Amari Cooper? I would.
Yeah.
I would. To me,
that's just because it's a bigger need.
Yeah, it's a need. Like I need not that wide receiver isn't a need because it's a big time one, but I'm hoping to shore up my defense and then address wide receiver with some of these back end name guys and Deshaun coming back and saying, "Screw you, Alshon. When you come back, you'll play then."
Yeah.
And going to draft and maybe two wideouts in this draft.
Maybe
that's 2 or 3 wideouts in this draft trying to replenish.
Why in free agency I go defense like Byron Jones, Corey Littleton, high end? Because even if it's not the first round, there's just the depth at wide receiver in this draft is very good.
Yeah, but
so you could get somebody second, third, fourth round.
Yeah, if I can go 1 and 4, if I can go 1 and 4 and get 2 guys who can play, then it's a win for me. I can draft linemen in the second and third round. So that doesn't matter to me.
Gavin Keller, what up, fam? What up, Gav?
What's up, Gav?
Dank Burrito. Campbell and Robinson are my guys. Maybe Kendall Fuller, too. TTP chimes in. Yo, what up, TTP?
What up, brother?
Jalen Williams.
Brett might not get fired now.
Devontae Campbell can be a steal. He had an up-and-down season because the D-line is super light and stay hurt in the ass, and linemen can get up on him. Here I can see him flying around the field. And I think that Devontae Campbell was the guy from Atlanta. It was the last guy I talked about. So it's good knowledge out of Jalen.
Yeah, absolutely. Peter Evans, Yo Fam, checking in.
What up, Pete?
What up, brother? He said, liking the convo. He said, Little Tim is a dream pickup for us, but I don't think they'll go that route. Probably not, because I just know Howie, and we know
Eagles.
Howie, Pete. And he says, I'll definitely call up Jacksonville and see what they're selling, though. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I know I won't have to worry if the studio gets wiped down tonight. That's what he said. I know I don't have to worry if the studio gets wiped down tonight. You know it. Wipes are being done, but Birds and Feather guys are going to be going on from their own houses. They'll be going on live on YouTube. We'll be sharing the link everywhere, but they'll be live on YouTube Tuesday night talking NFL free agency and all that fun stuff. And then, we'll be on with Ryan and probably even Ralphie on Wednesday night and do a little something too.
Okay.
So NFL-wise and talk some more free agency as we probably start to know by that point on who.
Yeah.
If that big name's coming, because the big fish usually, to me, always come off the market
Because
first.
I think the legal tampering starts, at noon tomorrow?
Yeah, so guys
we can start. Guys
are going to start talking.
Yep.
You're going to have an idea. Trevor Harris says, quarantine and chill. Let's go.
I had actually just ordered a shirt that said that.
Who did?
I did.
Did you? Quarantine and chill.
Philly fan 2003. I don't think Dak is worth the $40 million. He was offered 33 and declined it. He hasn't proven anything. He couldn't even beat the Eagles when they were banged up. He's not worth it. We agree.
No,
we're there.
You don't got to tell me anything.
TTP asks, what 3 receivers out of this draft would you all like us to get the most?
Judy, Ruggs, and then the third one, CD Lamb.
Going out on a limb on that one.
Well, yeah, whatever the 3 I want. You want the 3 I want? I want the top 3 wideouts in the draft.
That was TTP too. He said Judy, Ruggs, CD. Dank
He's
Burrito.
right with me. We're right, brother. We always been right here. It's Judy one. I mean, Judy's my number 1 guy.
Yeah.
And then Ruggs is my second. Just because once I saw the basketball videos,
The athleticism.
I said, hold. You're dunking on guys like that? You just had to go play football? I'll take you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I mean, he was dunking on grown men in game. It looked like he was going 120 miles an hour. It looked like a sports car flying down the highway and jumping up and dunking on you. I was like, what just happened? That was fast.
Dank Burrito goes Ayuk, Mims, and then either Rieger or Jefferson. He went a little deeper off the board.
Yeah.
Because he goes, everybody picks those 3.
Yeah,
and I agree.
I like Jefferson enough. I mean, I can't go wrong. I feel like if I stay – I think the Eagles' problem is they go these Pac-12 and bullshit schools. Go inside some of the big conferences now. Go inside the SEC. See what they're cooking. Knock on the door. See what they're cooking.
Not now. You can't go. You can't go to the door.
No, you can't go to the door. So call them. See what they're cooking.
FaceTime them. Hey, show me what you're cooking.
Go to Grubhub. No plug here, but go to Grubhub. Call up.
Get some jambalaya.
Let them go pick up the food and bring it to you. No worries. All right, and then. See what you got there, because there's so much talent inside the SEC, not only at wide receiver, all the skill positions, and at defensive lineman. It's the old adage, you can't go wrong in the SEC. It's my old adage. I feel like I've been saying it forever.
Yeah.
I feel like, not that you can't get stars outside of it, because there's plenty. You know what I mean? But it's like when in doubt. And I think situations like that, that's why I put Judy and Ruggs ahead of Lamb in terms of what I think, And I know some people have mentioned they like CD Lamb as their best guy too. So I think it all depends on the person. Doug says Bashard Perryman is a dude that I think man, he played real good on a vertical offense in Tampa, at least speed. Yeah, I like Bashard Perryman. Isn't he a free agent too, Greg?
Yeah, he was one of those guys on that list.
John Coyle, in the draft, would you guys take a flyer on the wide receiver from Colorado that got hurt? Not sure if he's out the whole year, but I projected as a first rounder. I can't do that anymore, John. I did that. With Sydney. I can't do the. I don't even want to draft somebody that was just hurt. I just can't do it right now, because we've had so many injuries. Just in Philly sports period, I can't do it anymore. I can't. Like Greg with the talking Corona. Can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore with that. That's where I draw the freaking line. In the sand.
Chenault, Lavisky Chenault is who he's talking about. This post I'm looking at now, 247 Sports, has him going to the Saints at 24. But to John's point, he was a top 15, 20 guy before the injury.
Yep.
The injury's a bit of concern, I guess, for Jefferson as well because they're teamed together. If Jefferson going to the Packers, Chenault going to the Saints.
Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson,
Sorry, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
I
going to the
can't talk
Packers.
now. Justin. Justin. It's only been since Wednesday. Justin Jefferson? Yeah, from LSU. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like him. I don't love him. I like him.
My three, and here's another name. When you remember, you always loved the pedigree, right?
Yeah. Pedigree's a big fan.
Michael Pittman Jr. from USC. Had 7 quarterbacks thrown to him this year because of all their injuries. But he's a senior. He's a veteran of college. He's only projected to go in the second, third round. So it's not like he's a high name. But you talk pedigree and you talk about guys that have been there before. You know what I mean? That's a guy in USC always has been able to produce wide receivers.
Yeah, until we drafted
They
one.
can't really stay healthy and stay in the game very well.
Until we drafted one.
And then we draft them and they suck.
Yeah, so I was like, we're going back down this road again. Dan says, Shyrock says, is there any concern Ruggs could turn into Tavon Austin? No, because he's just too good of a route
I just
runner.
think there's too much talent.
Too good of a route runner. Tavon never ran routes like that. If you watch Tavon Austin,
he ran go routes.
He ran go routes. Ruggs to me can run every route. Sorry, for a second I thought he meant Judy, but yeah, Ruggs can run every route to me. I don't think Ruggs is a one-trick pony.
Judy just excels in the actual route running, which gets his space. Whereas Ruggs, when he's running his routes that aren't go routes, gets his space because he's just that much quicker and faster than everyone.
Yeah. No, you're right. Man, so we don't even got to do a crumb, but that was a good hour.
Yeah.
Good hour, some Eagles talk we wanted to bring to you a little bit. Some NFL talk because a lot of things going on there.
Thank Burrito. Chenault on the Saints offense is a straight evil.
Yeah.
TTB, I started watching hockey a little bit because the Flyers were on such a roll. Not gonna lie, it's more entertaining than I originally thought.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Bryce agrees with you. No more injured guys. Dank Burrito also. Jawan Jennings from Tennessee.
Love the name. Like if I'm a name guy, Jawan Jennings. Like Jawan Jennings just smells like smells and sounds like he can play. I was such a name, Jawan Jennings. It's like a guy I would have created in Madden. Like
and
2008.
It's spelled how
J-U.
J-A-U-A-N.
J-A-U-A-N. Ooh.
That's at least how Dank Burrito spelled it. And I'm
Spanish?
I'm sure he's pretty.
Spanish? Is that Juana? Is that Juana Jenkins? Maybe I don't want him to get me fun in the locker room.
The projected third round for Jennings, so he wouldn't be a top guy.
Yeah.
But that's everybody caught up on YouTube.
Good shit, fam. We love you joining in. Like we said, you're gonna get live shows from off location over on the YouTube side of things. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel out there listening, make sure you subscribe. That's where we get live shows from other shows here at A2D, and then like we said, we'll continue to do some stuff, and maybe once Big Willis is quarantined and Sweet's quarantined for a week, maybe they sneak over through the apocalypse and they get over here through the zombies, and we can still bring you a show. As long as they're not going to the grocery store, they should be all right. If they're going to the grocery store, I saw a hockey meeting last night. It was great though. Like the guy all beat up. Just got back from Costco. Mess. Dank says big yak guy. Right? You already said that.
No, I didn't get that one.
That
was in talks of Chenault.
He says Chenault and the Saints offense is straight evil. And
Jalen, I completely agree.
Yeah, we already have one too.
Giannis Grasmatos, whatever his name is.
Whatever, sounds like he can play again.
In. I don't think he's going to get there even in the first round. I don't think he's going to get there. But yes, I'm in.
Yeah, we already have one too. What's his face from last year? DN Penn State.
Yeah, but he can't get on the field.
No, I'm just saying that. And then we get another one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, fam, we love you. We'll keep joining in and listen. We're still delivering content and doing all that shit, talking. It's what we do. Regardless if it's sports, we're talking it all. A2D Radio gives you the ability to say, we can't talk sports for 8 weeks. We'll figure out a way to. And as long as the NFL continues to go in the right direction, at least it allows us that outlet to project, which I think is so important to us, and predict, which I think is so important to us when it comes to our sports lives right now.
And it gives us something to look forward to.
To look forward to. So I think it's so important that they do stay on track for our sanity, for our sanity as sports fans, and the biggest sport really in this country, if you want to be real, dollars and cents wise, in this country. You know, the NBA is the biggest dollar and cents wise in the world, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know the numbers, just guessing. But, you know, NFL right there in terms of money and in terms of what we love and look forward to, because it is once a week your team plays.
Yeah.
You know, and every week is a playoff game.
Right.
So, I know, we really, we're praying, pray with us, that no shutdowns in the NFL continues on schedule, especially through some free agency and on to maybe not like I said, maybe not a live draft in terms of people being there, but still like a live draft.
But the draft happens.
Yeah, it still happens. You still know who's going. There's still coverage of it. All that, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that can all still go on. And when we talk about rookie camps, okay, maybe you got to be a little tricky, whatever. Maybe there's no go on that. But I still think, even though, I disagree with the poll, I think they're going to be close. So either way, Tom Renone, Greg Mwakovic, agree, disagree, A2D Radio. Thank you to our doc, make him yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. And my guy, Michael Ambrose, Ambuck Services. You need stuff done outside your house, decks, freaking everything. Siding, doesn't matter, gutters. Give them a call. Tell them A2D sent you. 10% off. We love you. Stay safe out there. We out.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.